Cowboys' CeeDee Lamb is holding out for a mega deal, and his QB Dak Prescott has his back in a huge way. In Dallas, the Cowboys are facing a court crisis as star receiver CeeDee Lamb is holding out for a record-setting new contract. QB Dak Prescott is taking his side in a surprising move that could fracture the locker room. This situation is about to get explosive, setting it up as an epic clash with Prescott taking Lamb's side against the team frames it as high drama about to boil over. The explosive tease hints there are fireworks to come in the full breakdown. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. The Cowboys are finding themselves in a situation so spicy, you might need a glass of milk nearby. Their star wide receiver CeeDee Lamb has decided to flex his negotiating muscles and hold out from the mandatory minicamp amidst heated contract talks with the team. This bold power move has sent shockwaves rippling through the NFL landscape. But one very important person is firmly planting himself in Lamb's corner during this high-stakes standoff, none other than Dallas's franchise quarterback and locker room leader, Dak Prescott. In a recent, no-holds-barred chat with the team of reporters hounding him about CeeDee's absence, Dak didn't mince a single word when voicing his full-throated support for his pass-catching teammate. He said, and I quote, "Obviously, CeeDee's handling business. Nobody's more in his corner than I am, understanding that that's his chess move, and he's got to do that. I know him. I know he's been working. As I've said, I've thrown with him. He's just fine." Damn. Those are some extremely strong words of public backing from the face of the Cowboys franchise. Dak gets that this holdout is all just part of the delicate negotiation dance in the big leagues of the NFL. He understands Lamb has to carefully play his cards right, leverage his elite skills, in order to get that gigantic new contract he's been outperforming. And let's be very real here for a second, fam. CeeDee Lamb has more than earned that long-term financial security with the gaudy numbers and unreal production he's put up since the Cowboys snagged him in the 2020 draft. We're talking 5,145 receiving yards, 32 touchdowns, 395 catches, with a stupidly good 13 yards per catch average. The dude is a flat-out offensive weapon, capable of dismantling even the stingiest defenses with his freakish athleticism and playmaking ability. His very calculated, very strategic absence from these mandatory minicamp practices is a power move on the grandest of scales. It's a bold statement, essentially saying I'm too valuable to settle for anything less than top dollar. Lamb is flexing his muscle and reminding Jerry Jones just how vital he is to the Cowboys' offensive strategy and success. We see this high-stakes game of chicken played out all the time across professional sports when superstar talents want to get paid their true worth by whatever team employs them. It's just part of the business reality that comes with being an elite player in leagues like the NFL, where there's an insane amount of money on the table. But despite this potential locker room distraction, the always unflappable Cowboys head coach, Mike McCarthy, is keeping his cool throughout CeeDee's holdout. He's not letting Lamb's no-show rattle him in the slightest, an attitude likely stemming from confidence in the depth across Dallas's offensive skill positions. McCarthy realizes this is just how the negotiation game goes, sometimes in a league so heavily driven by business decisions and financial implications. Star players leverage their talents and on-field production to extract massive paydays from their respective franchises. It's the same script that gets rewritten every offseason when contract extensions and free agency shake up rosters. The savvy coach has likely seen this show put on by disgruntled superstars countless times before over the course of his long career. So his nonchalant public stance about Lamb ghosting the mandatory practices is just McCarthy signaling he's not going to get drawn into the emotional side of the holdout drama. At the end of the day, securing a new deal for his one receiver is up to the front office number crunchers, while the coaching staff stays focused on X's and O's. But let's not discount how immensely valuable it is for CeeDee to have his starting quarterback, his on-field general, his leader, wholeheartedly endorsing this contract standoff. Having a respected veteran like Prescott firmly in your corner while forcing the franchise's hand at the bargaining table, that's worth more than enough Lamb could ever dream of being paid. Doc's full-throated endorsement of CeeDee's chess move, as the QB called it, adds so much weight and credibility to the young receiver's bargaining position in these crucial negotiations that will shape the Cowboys' future. It's one thing for fans and media to criticize or support Lamb's holdout, but getting that public stamp of approval from a franchise cornerstone like Prescott? That's an ace up CeeDee's sleeve, as valuable as a royal flush in poker. On top of vocally validating the legitimacy of Lamb's leverage play, Doc's words also remind everyone just how tight-knit the Dallas locker room remains despite this potential rift. There's no hint of resentment or frustration coming from the face of the franchise toward his pass-catching nuclear weapon. Only understanding of the business realities and a desire to see his gifted teammate get every penny he deserves. Or will CeeDee's power move gambit of holding out this minicamp backfire spectacularly on him and America's team, leaving a sour taste for both sides as they return to the negotiation table more entrenched in their respective positions? It's hard to envision Jerry Jones, a legendary football mind with a Grinch-sized heart when it comes to paying players, not recognizing how transcendent of a talent the Cowboys have in CeeDee Lamb, especially not after witnessing his 3 straight 1,000-plus-yard Pro Bowl campaigns to kick off his NFL career. But at the same time, the 80-year-old businessman has been around this same rodeo more times than he can count over multiple decades as one of the most powerful, most shrewd owners and executives in all of pro sports. Caving and overpaying just because a hotshot young receiver caused a minicamp miniature media circus? That's not exactly the union-busting Jones' usual brand at the bargaining table. That's the end of today's video. I will see you guys in the next video. If you liked the video, please make sure to subscribe the channel for more upcoming videos.